All right, I don't want to waste your time. Let's get right into it. Glasses off, glasses on. You guys see my screen. Get right into the demos. And yeah, we're coming back from PR and Puerto Rico, by the way. If you guys ever know what it's like coming back from Puerto Rico, let me just say one thing is yeah, it's like the sun's different here. It smells different. It's just real weird. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right. Pause. Don't click off. Don't look away. I'm editing the video right now and I realize there's not as much commentary as there should be, as there could be. So sit tight, enjoy, relax, be patient. Patience is a virtue. The patient one wins at the end of the day. So sit tight, relax, enjoy the demos, enjoy my work. And this is the progress update. So I'll leave you to it. Story of Jalen Brunson. For my NBA fans out there, shop.jalen. Shop.jalen. Get merch. Ooh, let's get some of this merch. Let's get some of this merch. 1%. Okay, I'm gonna go on that later. 4-leaf Tatum. The story. Jason. Back. The story. Jason. World-class refrigeration and air conditioning contractors. Maintenance, repair, installation for who? Residential, commercial, and other. Got some common questions here. What are we all about? What do we do? You want to contact us? All of our information is right there for you. Schedule service. Yep, schedule it right there. You want to know some more about us? Family started and owned. Caguas. Got some values. Client reviews, 5-star, and you can still contact us. Look at that. Send us an email. All right, guys, can you see my face now? Yep, you can see my face. All right, well, hope you can see my face. This is the review for some of the updates and progress and things we've been working on. We actually made these a while ago. It's just, it's been a long time coming, and we wanted to make this video. This video has needed to be recorded 4 million times, but let's get right into it. So I want to make something on Jalen Brunson. Reviewing this a little bit, I was watching New York Knicks. I'm a New York Knicks fan now, baby. And yeah, I just want to make a little website for him. I really like this first page. Just trying to go for something the Villanova boys. Something that's really unique. I like how this picture, put that back. I like how this picture, the smaller picture kind of focuses in on like the bigger picture, meaning like, it adds layers and dimension and depth. I really like that. And we look at this second picture here. The second like screen, I should say, in this workflow. We got his stats. As you saw earlier, when I clicked on the stats, it took you to either ESPN we have here or NBA.com. So I wanted to add that in just in case you want to give stats from a little different place. And why did I make this website? This website was kind of supposed to be for him. But it ended up being more of just like whatever came to my head at the time. I actually made this in Pennsylvania, beginning of May. So it's been a long overdue update. And I maybe put 2 hours into this. So that it's like searching for the assets, organizing things together, just making the webflow work. By that, I mean prototyping. So if you look over here when I press prototype, it's like when I click on one of these buttons, what screen does it go to? So just spend some time doing that. And yeah, that's cool. Another thing too. I'm gonna have a hard time editing this because I'm not gonna know what I'm looking down at the screen. But another thing too is that I notice I usually start these off in a way like I have a vision to start, and then the end does not always look like the beginning. And what that means is that you're not gonna have all the answers figured out at the beginning. That's usually what happens with my designs or websites that I'm making. So you have his merch here, and then you also have like a contact me page. I think that's cool. It's pretty standard. Doesn't really look that pretty. As I said, like, I don't know if I said this in the last video. If you haven't checked out the last video, go check it out. It's like the start of this web design journey and personal branding. But I have no idea how to make these, and we're just kind of messing around, okay, how do I even copy paste something here? I have a little bit of experience with this, but we're trying to get into it a lot more this summer. Then we got JT, Jason Tatum. Coming back from Puerto Rico, as I said in the beginning, some of my friends there watching the Boston Celtics. And yeah, I was like, you know what, let me make one of these for JT. Now, the whole concept here, I'm getting out of prototype mode, so it's a little less confusing. The whole thing here, I wanted to go off a concept like a 4-leaf clover concept, which I think in theory is really cool. Problem is that it was way harder to make than I thought, and I did not find a 4-leaf clover. I had to make the 4-leaf clover out of 4 hearts. Dang, there's bugs on me. It's crazy. It's really a wild, wild west out here in Michigan, my backyard. But yeah, we got JT here. And 4-leaf Tatum, that's what I called it. I like the little black and white here. It adds contrast to these like four leaves of Tatum. And then each of these 4 leaves was supposed to go into a different aspect of his like life. So one of the leaves was supposed to, you guys saw in the prototype, it kind of messed this up, but one of them supposed to be like into his personal life. So I think, yeah, this one, personal life. Playoff Tatum's here, goes here. Regular season Tatum, this one right here. And then Jason Tatum, like his story. So each of these then could have scrolled down to a screen where it like just had more information, whether that's videos, whether that's pictures, animations of some sort. And yeah, just playing around more with some things. Like we figured out how to like do like vectors, these are called, and like place an image inside of another image. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Some Photoshop action, you have to use this up here. And I did this a while ago as well, so still a little bit more rusty on this. Now this next one, I'm talking really fast, by the way. That's okay. We'll see how this turns out. This next one is so my friend, his parents own an air conditioning company in Puerto Rico, and I was like, shoot, like I worked with them one day, and I was like, why don't I try to redesign this real quick? Their website initially looks like this, right? There's a lot going on. It hasn't been updated in maybe 10 years. It's not the worst in the world, considering that it actually has things that work, like these work. So that's cool, like it works. Does it look the prettiest, and does it function the best? Are they capturing their leads and converting their leads in the way they could? Not so sure about that. But I want to make a little bit more modern design. Granted, I'm still not the best, so this does not look the greatest. But this is what we're able to do. I think this looks pretty cool. I wanted to get these 3 main pillars. I actually looked up another website for inspiration while doing this. So kind of as you go for who, residential, commercial, and other. I want to give like a decent baseline of like, what is this? Who is it for? Questions, and then contact us. And that's pretty much what they have on here too. This is in Spanish, but it's kind of like what they have here, but instead of switching to each tab, you just scroll. So I thought that would provide a better user experience. I could be wrong, but I just want to make it like less friction in getting to where they need to get to. And if you click About Us, so we have our other screen here too. There's some assets and pictures I just had randomly. Some other concept I was gonna try to do the Puerto Rican, the forest, the bosque, the yunque, the jungle. There's a rainforest down there. And yeah, so they're About Us. I actually like the screen a little bit more. Again, doesn't look the best, but that's okay. A little bit, who are we? Values. We have a little map here, which is cool. Ideally, you could use this of some sort. We have client reviews, brands they work with. I feel like there's a lot of good information here. It's just not really structured and formatted the most clean, the best it could. And we're going to try to continue to improve on that. Even like the way we convey ourselves here, the way we convey others, personal branding. I'm trying to get better at that. And it starts with the web design. It starts with how I talk, what I write about, what other people write about, what their website says. So the copy, like the writing on their website. And yeah, try to keep it pretty clean. In the sense that you can see everything right now, at least. You can at least see everything. And I think that's important. So yeah, that's pretty much the website demos and the website reviews. I'm surprised we're already at 10 minutes here. It's been pretty raw in the sense that I have no idea how I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna try to edit it like last video, zoom in, zoom out, some more transitions. I don't know if we're gonna do music. Last video, I was also talking about like my purpose here is to get better at web design. Lately, I've been falling into a trap of like, oh, how are we gonna monetize this and that? But we're just trying to get better at the skill, and let's take it day by day and let's enjoy getting better. I think that's really important too, because it's so easy for me specifically to just get caught up in the ideas or what I want to do this. Like, let's focus on just getting better so we actually can do things. Because eventually we want to move to actually developing these. I'm not talking about coding, but I'm talking about using Webflow to make these real and to put these on the web and to make them interactive. At that point, I might need to buy a membership. And so before that time comes, let's like just get really good so that we can get a client and we can afford these things. So yeah, I have a lot of ideas coming up. Let's switch to the next part of the video. We're talking about more personal branding, how this flows together, and updates on that because there's been a ton of updates. So let's get to our LinkedIn here. Put the glasses back on for our LinkedIn. Taylor Chapman, interesting. Yeah, so I've been following a bunch of like influencers, a bunch of people on LinkedIn. People who know what they're talking about, thought leaders, it's called on LinkedIn. And to show you guys a little bit of what I've been doing, I changed my profile background to grow your personal brand. Let's chat. How this relates to the web design things is I wanted to, hear me out, I wanted to help people grow their personal brand through web design and more. So what does that look like more specifically? Man, we overthought the heck out of this. We changed our thing. We're usually, before we were doing something for NIL athletes only. I'm just going to read you our bio, my bio, I should say. And yeah, so student and creator, designing LinkedIn and personal brand websites, seeking help NIL athletes, entrepreneurs, and students. If interested, click below. So I've revamped a ton of things. We're broadening our target market. We also create LinkedIn pages now because that's kind of like a URL, a first website. I can help people with that. Still under Cyanide Designs. Click here for some free stuff. You go to my website, which we reviewed in our previous episode. Check that out if you haven't already. And just I'm trying to get some emails, but that's not even the focus right now. I had some dude talk to me about getting a newsletter, and let me tell you guys, a newsletter, complicated as heck. It's not complicated to set up. I know how to set one up, and there's a lot of them that are free to start. It's just, first of all, I don't have people to write to. Second off, then I have like a schedule of writing, and right now, it's just taking away from the learning. So let's try to not make this like a job and make this like a hobby. Let's learn. I have to keep reminding myself that. And I don't know about you guys too who are starting businesses, but just spend as much time as you can before you have to make money, before you have to get paid. I don't need to get paid right now. God, like, thank God, because I'm a student and I have like one more year left. But at least until the school year, let me focus on just getting better at my craft before I really try to ramp things up and stress out about money I'm not making enough. I haven't been making anything this whole time. So before we keep exposing my hairline, let's get through this video. But just focus on the skill. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you, whoever needs to hear this. Focus on the skill. And we're going to lift our mic up a little bit. Can you still hear me? I hope you can still hear me. There's a mic here if you guys haven't seen. Mic? Yep. Okay, mic's still there. But yeah, we've been posting a ton on LinkedIn. We can go through my analytics. Post impressions have been down a ton in the past week. Followers have been up. I just gained like 20 followers after Zoom call earlier. There's like 800 people in there for my internship. It's pretty cool. But I've been noticing that my posts have been getting a lot less impressions, a lot less likes. A couple of reasons, I think. One reason, we're on summer. 2 reasons, my posts are not really collaborating with other people. They're more standalone thoughts. They're not really also in my brand voice or brand tone. I'm not really talking about student things. I'm talking about any ideas that come to my mind. And if we go here to our LinkedIn post where we write all of these, right? It's like I have a bunch of ideas, but they're not really correlated. They're not really connected. And this next season, for this next episode that we're going to be posting, the next journey update, we're going to be focusing on a couple things, making more relevant posts in our like brand tone and what we're trying to do, sharing things like this personal branding stuff, like this. I think about this episode that I'm filming here on YouTube, but exemplified on LinkedIn. We need to actually spend more time developing our personal brand and LinkedIn website. Sorry, not LinkedIn website skills, but our web design skills. That's our whole thing. And we spend half of our time just meandering around thinking, which is good. But we need to spend way more time developing our hard skill. Otherwise, that was our whole point for starting this, was to develop the hard skill of web design. And I've went through so many different phases. Oh, I shouldn't do web design now because there's this other thing. I should help people with copywriting. I should help people with funnel building, with anything else with like, I don't even know, it could be something like YouTube thumbnails, but it's like, no, let's stick to the plan, let's get better. I actually enjoy making websites, and why am I trying to switch it up? Like, there's so many things that keep tempting me, so I need to keep it still. One of our better posts, wow, this is actually crazy. Similar amount of impressions, but so many more likes. Wow. So this must have just been a really good post. People like this one. Let's look what this one was about. It's about ChatGPT, so it was a hot topic. It was a good thumbnail. Got some engagement. Need to actually respond to this. I'll respond to this right now. Wonder if you ever used AI. Decision and post. From AI goes tool. Ideas and thoughts. So, still experimenting with AI. This dude's like an AI expert, by the way. AI and like trading Bitcoin, all of that. Enough. Yeah, so like maybe in the future I might use it like him, but right now I'm just we're using it to spell check our stuff. I will say that, to spell check. We're not really using it to write our content. As you guys see, I'm not the best speller. Dun, dun. Yeah, that was 2 days ago. Okay, it's not the worst response time, but still could be better. We've gained like, okay, since we started posting, we gained probably 600 followers. I'd say we slowed down in the follower gaining, which is not everything in the world, but it's cool that we're still growing a little bit. Hitting 1,000 was pretty cool, but yeah, like we're slowing down in a lot of ways, which I think gives us the like growth wise, which I think gives us the perfect time to really hone in on our craft. As I said, we're trying to be consistent and really grow our craft and our skill. It's not really so much about chasing the likes, the money, the views, the followers. It's about getting better at what you can control and seeing where God takes it. Seek the kingdom of God, and all things will be added to you. I'm a follower of Jesus, a believer, and I believe not just that Jesus rose from the dead and died for our sins, but also the fact that like God will take this business further than I ever could. And I already said business. My brain is so hooked on business. God will take my life farther than I ever could. And so I really need to trust everything to him. This being one of those. I don't know if he wants me to do web design. I don't know if I should be, but we're trying it out, and we need to be faithful to that and faithful to that process and see where it goes. We can't keep pivoting. We need to commit is what I'm trying to say. Committing is very important. So yeah, that's the LinkedIn. There's probably some more updates here. I'm not going to go ahead and read all my posts per se exactly, but just going over some of them. Like I went to an NF concert. I made a post about UX, the UX book I was reading a little bit, how solutions are just ideas to problems. But as I said, our impressions are going down a ton. If you guys want to check out my post more in depth, go to my LinkedIn, link in the description. But man, when was the last time I got 1,000 impressions on a... Dang, I only got 90 impressions. That is not good at all. Wow. No, this is... Okay, LinkedIn is being a little funny, man. Because, yeah, this has 11,000 impressions. Definitely way more than the 19 I just said. Okay, so LinkedIn's kind of lying right now. Again, these are all vanity metrics. They don't really matter. Be really excited too when I can like get to working with people. As I said, we're not focusing on that. I talked to a few people. Reached out to me. Devansh, really cool dude. Might take him on as a client just to help him grow his personal brand. Probably for free. I'll announce my updates in the future here. At the end of this episode, but I might be taking on clients, so who knows. So that's the LinkedIn update. This video has kind of been crazy right now, all over the place. I'm talking like a madman. Let's go to our YouTube. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much for 100 subscribers, but now we got to 110. It's actually been insane. You guys blew up the last video. The last video had 191 views, and I'm gonna keep editing it the same way. I'm gonna keep trying to deliver the best quality content I can. just reviewing like what I've been working on in my life. I really like the Journey series, so I hope you guys enjoy the journey. And it's been amazing having you guys here. It's been amazing doing what I do. And I appreciate all of you guys for it. Um, it's really cool that we're able to like kind of film our journey. And this last video, I kind of want to look at the analytics here. So if we go over here, then we go to YouTube Studio. Man, there's bugs on me. Outside, nice, man, but it has pros and cons. 2.8 click-through rate. I saw that get up to 3 at some point. That's actually pretty solid. So that's like, let's say for every 100 person that saw it, 2.8 of them, almost 3 people clicked on the video. That's solid. I want to get the view durations up though, because as like I'm 20 minutes into this video right now, you guys might not be seeing this. I hope you are, but if you guys can watch more of my videos, you guys get more value and see more of my journey. So I want to get better at that with their attention. Bugs, animals outside. But yeah, it's really cool. We got 5 subscribers from this, and a lot from YouTube recommendations. Wow. As we see, the drop off is pretty quick here, but we're working on it. We're gonna get better. We're gonna improve. Even if no one sees this part of the video right now, we're still gonna pump it out. We're still gonna make it. And we're still just gonna get better. So that's all we can really do, is to get better and improve over time. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I mentioned Puerto Rico at the beginning of this video. We'll be talking about Puerto Rico pretty much primarily in our next video. We're going to be trying to convert. We're going to try to be making our own website. We're going to be moving it off Squarespace, trying to make it on Webflow, which will be much more complex, much more advanced. And we're going to see how that goes. I'm probably not going to be fully migrating over to that for like almost a year, honestly, just because I want to use Squarespace, but I still have it. I still pay for it each and every month. But yeah, it's just really cool to see where this journey takes me. Hopefully by the time my Squarespace subscription runs out, I will be able to be a good enough Webflow designer and Figma designer that I can actually not only just have a job in the UX space, but or have my business, whatever it is, but also be able to have just a good website that I can put out there and represent myself well, represent my clients well, and help other people. Yeah, there's not too much more in this episode that I want to talk about, guys. It's been a crazy week getting back home. 8-hour layover from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is amazing. I look probably more tan now. My last video was in Puerto Rico at my roommate's house. But yeah, this is the video for today, for this week's update. We're going to be filming another video tomorrow, so the progress I make later today. We started our internship, so we have a lot of things there. We're going to have not too many updates on that, but we're just going to have less time to do our like deep work, quote unquote, but it still should be great. And I'm looking to grow my personal brand. Keep following along for each and every episode, for each and every update. Maybe these will get shorter, maybe these episodes will get longer. Just keep watching, please, and I promise I'll try to deliver and be as authentic as I can. I appreciate each and every one of you guys who watched this video. I love you guys, and I hope you guys learned a thing or two. You guys can see my journey. You guys can join the journey. Leave in the comments below what you guys are working on, what you're doing. There's this company, if you guys look at my screen here, called Build Space, and dun dun dun. Let me just search Build Space. This is where people just come together and build a bunch of cool things, and yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. So let me know what you guys are working on below. What are you building? What are you working on? Why are you following? Do you want to learn about personal branding, about web design, what I'm doing? I want to help other people build their personal brands. So that's writing, have their own websites, LinkedIn pages. So that's what we're working on. See you guys in the next episode. Hope you enjoy my backyard. Hopefully this video actually turns out well. Hopefully you can hear me. So yeah, see you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.